What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? How you all doing? Cosmic Carry here. Welcome, fellow tankers. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's good. And today I should be showcasing gameplay in my M48 Patton Tier 10 American medium. My very first medium. I now have the M48 Patton. I have the E50M. I have the Batchap STB1. So quite a few mediums there, and the medium class is actually my most played tank class. I was kind of surprised to find that out. Not by that much, but it is my most played tank class. Who'd have thought? You know, usually it's heavies, TDs. That's what you see predominantly on my channel. But lately, I have been favouring the mediums a lot, considerably, and I'm actually retraining my crew in this tank. I do not have Sixth Sense. I have nothing actually. You know, I'm training my crew. I got sick and tired of basically switching my crew to the M103 and the T95. Now I have a crew just for the T95, just for the M103, and I decided to start from scratch with the M103. And there is a little bit of negativity with not. You know, it is a certain handicap not having a fully trained crew, any kind of skills or perks or anything like that. But I'm fine with it. You know, in my M48, I'm a beast. You know, truth be told, I feel like I'm unstoppable. I'm on fire basically. So I'm good to go. So working on acquiring my first skill or perk, whatever it is, the Sixth Sense. I always have Sixth Sense. I feel very naked if I do not have Sixth Sense on a tank unlocked. That is always the first thing that I go for. Look at you, Mr. M46 Patton. So, as you can see what's going on, we're on Mountain Pass, and I am keeping this middle flank shut down. I saw the threat instantly, and I decided, okay, I know exactly where I need to be. I need to keep an eye on this flank because there's 2-3 mediums down below, and they need to be kept in check because that is a very dangerous position. You know, if they're smart and they're wise and they take advantage of where they are, you know, they could do a lot of damage, especially the Patton. The Ruskies I'm not too sure about. You know, with gun depression, I'm assuming their gun depression isn't that great, and my gun depression is fantastic. And as you can see, I've unloaded already, you know, 2-3 shots, and I've yet to receive any, so I'm in a perfect position. I'm fully aware of the flank that's behind me, what's going on there, so I'm keeping a keen eye on that as well. And also, I'm not trying to push out too far because of artillery. And I think what these guys, you can see they're being a little bit cautious. Maybe they're kind of respecting me, the fact that I'm penning them, and maybe they're trying to bait me out into the open for artillery, and I'm not taking it basically. You know, I think I do eventually pull out a little bit too far, perhaps pay the price, but I kind of wanted to get a shot on this IS-7, possibly maybe with the pre-update I would have got him, because that tank has been actually shortened from what I've read, and yeah, and there you go, I finally get a shot from artillery. Now what I'm doing exactly here is I see the flank behind me has collapsed, and I'm anticipating them pushing through, so I don't want to be overwhelmed by those mediums and the flank behind me, so I pull back and get into a more defensive position. And as you can see, you know, they're pushing through, so I pulled back into a much stronger position. That our Woofy, he's kind of out in the open, he's in a bad situation, he should be pulling back as well. You know, Woofies should never ever be seen. I think he's just going for some quick shots, quick damage, etc. But yeah, he's playing it way too aggressively. And I see the enemies are about to push onto our base. I was hoping this AFK Tiger would light them up and I could, you know, see what was coming my way. But I guess he's too far back, and here they come. And I think it was 3 or 4 enemies. But this is very interesting, this sequence here, because it was, after a while, it was kind of unbelievable, and it just I was like, what the heck is going on here? You know. So I see what's happening, and I see how what the score is. We're losing 5-7. So I say to myself, okay, I need to shut this flank down. I need to shut this flank down as quick as possible. So I load up my premium ammo, my heat ammo, and it's very interesting. We'll count together, shall we? Let's count together. Okay. Okay, well, that was a bad shot. That was my bad, but you can understand the adrenaline is pumping, it's flowing, and I'm like, okay, I get it, it's angled armor and I'm using heat. Heat doesn't like angled armor. 1. Okay, that's a track. It still doesn't really count, you know, still didn't pen. 2. Again. 3. Okay. And understand, you know, the adrenaline is pumping, and I'm like, okay, gotta shut these guys down. Was that 4? And I'm thinking, I'm getting sick and tired of this. So I load APCR. These guys need to go, basically. These guys need to be shut down. Five. So it's like I've been here forever and a day. You know, I should have moved on by now. And now the sniper's back. 6. Troll. RNG. Lucky 7. Lucky 7. Lucky 7. Aim perfectly. And there we go. Lucky 7. Finally. Took 7 shots before I was able to pen. 7 shots. That's how many it took. Okay, I think I'm gonna get this one. Yeah, you aim properly and you will be rewarded. But I was figuring, okay, just spam some premium. You know, this flank needs to be shut down now. You know, the battle is ongoing. I fully appreciate what's happening. You know, that the enemies are closing in behind us. So I was just like, okay, just go, just shoot, and yeah, go for it. There you go. So it was 6 pointless shots. 6. I mean, what's that? Like 2 minutes of wasted battle time. It's unbelievable. Could not believe it. Finally, the flank gets shut down, and you think to yourself, you know, how many teammates did I lose because of that? Because of that foolishness, because of me using heat on angled armor, not aiming precisely, properly. You know, see, you angle perfectly and you will be rewarded. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I've loaded premium. I'm wasting money here. It's not fair. I get it, it's heat, I'm not using it properly, but still, out of 6 shots, it's something should have penned. But anyhow, so very apprehensive here. Artillery is still in play. I'm down to 800 hit points. The Wolfie's out there. He's on 4 kills, so he's a devious so-and-so, so to speak. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna swing all the way around, and I'm gonna at least take out Artie, start the cap on their base, something of that nature. And I fully appreciate that the gentleman was spamming where the Wolfie was, but I'm not interested. You know, I need to flank him from the side, from the rear, something else, something different. There we go. The Wolfie has been located, and I was hoping that my team would simply survive. Please survive. You know, if anything else, just survive. You know, we can do this together. I signal I'm on my way. Just, you know, don't do anything crazy. You know, let's try and work as a team. Of course, you know, there are those who say, well, why don't you have a mic and etc, etc. Well, I don't, so there you go. There's your answer. So keep in mind that as I'm approaching here, I had no idea how much health the Wolfie was on, and that's kind of important. If he's on full health, then I don't know, forget about it. If he's on low health, that's different. But keep in mind also, I did not have 6th sense, so I could have been popping up he could have seen me, I would have not known about it. Artillery is still in play as well, and yeah, so I'm heading towards his last known location. He doesn't know there's somebody coming this way, so I do have the element of surprise on my side, so there is that. So just light him up. Hopefully my heavy will take care of business. And there he is. I go to look, how much health is he on? He's on low health. He's a one shot or a two shot. So I decide, okay, just risk it, go for it. You can get at least one shell into him. And there we go, one shell. Is he loaded? Yes, he is. I'm gonna die, but it's okay. He's only got a few hit points left. There you go, good to go. 16. My heavy takes him out, and we are golden. We are good. But he managed to take out artillery. He did. I think that was him. He managed to take out artillery. So now all that it's left is our conqueror. He's on 4 kills, so he knows what he's doing. But what's on the opposing team is the French tier 10. Oh, pardon me, it's the tier 8 Batchat, a quick reloading gun. So there is, there's that to consider. And there he is. A lot of arty players, cite this tank as a fantastic, cite this piece of arty as a fantastic piece of arty. So much fun, great kills, etc., etc. Nice piece of arty. And the conqueror here, being cautious, moving along carefully, and it just depends. It depends. I'm not sure the tier 8 would, what kind of alpha damage is he reloading, and for some reason the Batchat, pardon me, the Lorraine tier 8 French arty decides to make a run for it. Maybe he's trying to get it into a better defensive position, I don't know, but I mean, it was 50-50 for me. The Conqueror's an 83, so yeah. So he finally pulls up to the bridge. It's a face-off, and he takes him out. GG, bud. GG. You saw earlier I sent him a GG. He sent me one back. Fantastic game. Great game. Love my M48 Patton. Confederate. Yes, indeed. So I sacrificed for my team, but it was worth it. Almost 4k damage. 3.7. Very nice. Very, very, very nice game. And moving on to steps, and this is very similar to the last game, because it's a bit like flank maintenance, I would call it. It's the middle flank on Mountain Pass was kind of left exposed, so I received that job. I had to take care of business on the middle flank and suppress them and keep them at bay. And the same thing happens here. I spawn in, and I do this often. It's kind of like I'm kind of sussing out which way to go. Do I go to the left or do I go to the right? I go basically where I'm needed, and instantly I see the right hand side has been left exposed. There's not that many of us going to the right. I signal, okay people, somebody needs to cover the right. And then I realize quickly that actually nobody is going to the right. The right hand side has been left completely exposed. Nobody is going there. Surprisingly, a whole bunch of heavies decide to go straight down the middle. The people on the left, fine, that's okay. But I don't think I've ever seen that so many go down the middle. Usually there's a scout either scouting or YOLOing, but nah. So it's left to me to fend off this flank. Well, keep in mind I don't have Sixth Sense, and I was thinking that when I was playing this game, I don't have Sixth Sense. So I decided, you just do the best that you can. Just keep them at bay, fool them into thinking, there's more than just one person here. I'm not sure that the medium behind me, he's spawned in, but he's not moving in the cap circle. The other medium, I'm not sure what he's doing. There is a TD behind me, but yeah, I wasn't feeling it basically. But I said, okay, well, you know, it's just flank maintenance, simple as that. I have to stay here. I can't move. Why can't I move? Because either they're going to cap our base or they're going to push through. How the hell does a mouse with mouse accuracy manage to damage my gun? Either they're going to you know, move in and cap our base. They get 3 people on our base. They're going to cap it. We've pushed too far into the map and we don't make it back in time. Or, you know, if they're decent players, they're going to push through and they're going to flank us from the rear. So E50M, I eyeball this E50M, and straight away he gets like target priority, and I do risk a little bit up here, you know, exposing myself quite a bit, and I receive a shot, but I say it's worth it. It's E50M. I mean, that tank is devastating, so he needs to be shut down. He needs to be completely, we need to wipe the floor with him. You know, if we take out an E50M, you know, that's one less headache. And he's a one shot. Swiss flag on the tank, good to go. Take him out, pick up my first kill. Okay, good. Okay, good. They're not being that aggressive on this flank, which was good. It was a good sign for me. But I'm sure, you know, when there's one, there's more tanks. So we lead in 63, which is good. But at the same time, you know, those numbers can fool you, because a majority of our tanks are over there on the left. So of course we're initially leading. You know, this game can go pear-shaped pretty quickly. So, and then I see it, you know, 3 tanks coming at me, 3 tanks coming at me. And I think what saved me here was the fact that they didn't think there was just little on me here. You know, they thought there was more than just one tank. There is a medium with me, and but truth be told, I mean, they could have just come at me, overwhelmed me, and killed me, capped the base, and flanked my buddies from the rear. So as I'm pulling back, I'm still facing them. I managed to pen the AT-15. Once, he's not a problem. That heavy and that medium back there, they are the problem, you know, to me. They are the problem. This AT-15, you know, I'm not slightest bit worried about him. Even though he has a quick firing gun, and then I see it, you know, Batchat 25T. Now he is a problem on this map. I think I've posted quite a few gameplays of me and my Batchat on this map. The Batchat loves wide open spaces, you know, where he can just circle tanks, do the ring of death. You can catch one tank after another out in the open, you know, overpowered little beast of a tank. So he needs to be shut down, so to speak. And yeah, I was saying, yeah, he's pretty smart being back there. And then I see him, and just like the E50M, this Batchat gets target priority. I need to shut him down. I need to shut him down. This tank is devastating in the right hands. It'll mop up tanks. It'll wipe the floor with them, given the chance. And that's why, you know, I'm surrounded by reds, but I'm completely focused on this Batchat. Completely focused on this Batchat. And almost there. I'm still not there. He just wouldn't die. And finally I decided, okay, you need to move, but it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. So it's 50-50 at the moment, but I was saying to myself, that Batchat, he needs to be shut down. He could eliminate every single tank, you know. And initially I was signaling to my compadres, just cap the base, just go for it, you know. But eventually, you know, they decide, yeah, there's just 2 of them. Let's go for it. And look, there you go. This is what I'm talking about. The Batchat. It just loves these kind of environments. It is a lethal machine. It took me a while to figure out the Batchat, but once I did, yeah. And luckily for our team, this KV4, even though he has that troll Russian Stalin accuracy, he takes his time, he aims his shot, and he takes out the Bat Chat. Victory, 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 victory. Fantastic game, fantastic teammates. Love my M48 Patton. Great games, great games. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please drop a like. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.